Hi, it's Amy from Property Investments UK. Today we're going to be talking about social tenants, everything you need to know from sourcing to screening to selecting and blending your multi-let property if you're working on a social property investment strategy. So if you're looking to source social tenants, the first thing you should do is make sure that you're looking in the right area. And you can do this by making sure that there is a job centre located pretty close to where your property is going to be set. Next, you'll need to link in with partner agencies. So you can explore with local charities and non-profits and see who they're supporting and see who needs help. And they really are the best people to speak to when you first start to look for social tenants, because they'll be mixed with everybody who's got the need really. And if you create a good relationship with them, you'll be able to explain your needs and hopefully make a better match than if you were just going out looking on your own. Another reason it's really important to work with partner agencies when you're looking for social tenants is because they're going to help you to screen these tenants. Now, if you're a property investor already, you'll probably be familiar with the type of screening processes that you would use if you're letting your property on an AST. So with social tenants, obviously they're not always going to be passing the same kind of checks that a working tenant would pass. For example, a credit check may be something that a social tenant is not going to pass, and it's going to give you quite negative information about your tenant, and it's not going to be helpful to gaining all of the information that you need. So one of the best ways you can get to gain more information about a social tenant is to work with a partner agency, and you can request to see any information that they have on that tenant. They may have a whole form and a whole kind of booklet of what they have about that tenant, their needs, their connections, who they're working with, what support they're getting, what medication they're on, all types of information that some of it you may not need to know, but some of it might be quite important to you. So if you can make sure you have a good relationship with that partner agency and ask them to share relevant information with you as part of your due diligence and screening process. Now, selecting welfare tenants and social tenants is sometimes a little bit tricky, and we've got to go back to, again, working with partner agencies and listening to what they're telling us and really going on our gut feeling a lot of the time as to whether this person is going to fit in the type of project which you are creating. One of the methods which I've used when I've been selecting welfare and social tenants in the past is using an ABC system of risk, and I try and have a look through my tenants' criteria and their circumstances, their backgrounds, their willingness to engage is a really important one, and how engaging they are with you and how prepared they are to go out of their way to get this tenancy. Are they prepared to go and find a deposit? Are they prepared to go and source a reference from their old college tutor? Are they prepared to go and knock on the door of an old employer and see if they can support with a reference? So how proactive is your tenant when it comes to signing the tenancy agreement? That's a really good indicator as to how engaging your tenant's going to be the whole way through, and engagement is really important with social tenants. So that should play a really big part in terms of how you select your tenant. How engaging are they? And what I tend to do when working with social tenants is I like to categorise into a risk category, and I like to really carefully assess the potential risks that are involved and put that into a bit of a spreadsheet so I can understand in front of me what the need is and what the risk is. And when it comes to risk, again, link in with your partner agency who can help you to maybe mitigate some of these risks or concerns that you're identifying. One of the other really important things is when you're talking to your partner agencies, if you're working on a multi-let strategy, you want to make sure that these housemates are going to blend well together. And if you're working on a risk scale and you've had a look at a risk assessment of these tenants, and you find that you've got tenants who are at a high risk, a medium and a low risk categories, you may then not want to blend 5 high-risk tenants altogether. You may be happy, you may get a really good feeling about one of your high-risk tenants, but you won't want to put 5 of them all together. It'll be a recipe for disaster. So if you use a very simple screening method which helps you to identify risk, this is going to help you when blending your tenants, and also take lead with people that know your tenants well and can help you to assess their personalities and the type of people they might live well together with and the types of people they may not live well together with.
Thank you for watching this video. If you like this content and you'd like to join our free online property training course, we've got a link for it on this page. And in there we cover a range of different property strategies to help you get started, either building a long-term property portfolio or creating cash flowing property business. We also look at ways to increase your return on investment with any of the properties you're maybe considering. And we also have a couple of cheat sheets and downloadable documents in there as well. Simply click on the link to join the free training course today.